Hi everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a speed build. I'm still working on my review of the Sims 4 Paranormal Stuff Pack. I've never really done a Stuff Pack review before, and it's oddly taking me a very long time, but we are building with that pack today. We are in Willow Creek, and my plan was to build a very nice kind of colorful Victorian, kind of like a Queen Anne, if you will, and just trying to make something very colorful and fun. Because, I feel like with a lot of the other haunted houses I've built and a lot of the homes I've built so far that I've converted into like the haunted house lot type, a lot of them have been very creepy, very dark. So I wanted to kind of do something more fun so that way, you have some more variety when playing kind of like a haunted house. I definitely still maybe want to do maybe kind of like a modern build that's a haunted home. Maybe change up some of my starter homes. I played with a little in a starter home just to see what that was like. So I do quite like the different variations of playing, but I do personally just aesthetically too like playing in a, kind of a big Victorian like this. And since, Willow Creek has a more of a southern feel, I was just really hoping to get kind of that southern flair with the color palette I was using, because I definitely wasn't building a more southern style home. I definitely think I could probably get away with it though. I know I want to build some more southern style homes, but I don't think I'll make them necessarily haunted house lots for my save file, but I just thought it was fun in here. So what this home is in my own file, I have a person who's a paranormal investigator, and she owns a little shop where she sells some of the, kind of like ghost and supernatural things that get left behind, like the ghosts in the jars and stuff like that from the new career. And she just sells them at that shop that she owns. It's like a little paranormal curiosity shop, if you will. I thought that was kind of like a cute idea. This was the home she was living in. I was like, of course she would live in a haunted Victorian. Like, look at her career. So that was my idea. I just wanted to do something kind of fun. I really wanted to play up the kind of more fun, vibrant side of like those kind of Queen Anne Victorian homes, sometimes referred to as like painted ladies. They're quite fun. The outside of it is just a kind of a plain white color, but I think some of the more fun comes in like the accent of the windows. Like I'm using those Strangerville windows that are the off-white with the red, and then I use a lot of the Realm of Magic kind of stained glass windows to just get some more kind of fun, kind of like 19th century vibes into the home. I quite like how this home came out. If you want to download it and not play as a haunted house lot, it's totally functional that way too. One thing about this home too is, now that I think about it, I don't think I put a seance table at all in it. So once again, if you don't want to do that kind of gameplay, the home's very much prepped for that. I think I'm definitely going to go back and add one on the second floor though, but you can definitely get away without having one, especially if you don't want to play in a haunted house, or maybe you do and you don't want to do kind of like the creepy or maybe ghost hunting career aspect to it. That was one thing I was thinking about when I was playing through the pack that I think I'll try to touch upon when I re-record my review again. I've tried to record it 3 times. Is I do want to talk about kind of, it would be interesting if you could call a paranormal investigator almost as a service. I haven't seen it, so I might double check to make sure it's not there, but I don't believe it is, but that could be fun. Here I'm just kind of working on the floor plan, trying to make it work. And I do quite like the floor plan. I think it's, there's definitely room. There's 2 bedrooms that I think could work as like the master bedroom. One's a little bit smaller but has an ensuite bathroom, and then there's the bigger one, which I was definitely thinking of as the master bedroom because it has its own fireplace, but you can pick and choose. Maybe one's grandma's room or something. As well as there's a kid's room in the attic, which does sound a little cruel. And then there's another bedroom, which, of course you can convert any of those into offices if you want. I don't think I have a designated office space in this build. I actually don't even, now that I think about it, I wonder if I threw a computer down. I think I did in one of the bedrooms, but I don't think there's a like a computer room or office per se. So you can definitely convert one of the bedrooms into an office if you like. I just kind of wanted to get as many bedrooms as possible. Of course, when you come in and do whatever you want, you can definitely do that. But I've been having super fun with the pack and super fun building different kind of haunted homes and mixing and matching. So I'm very, I'm really excited for when I finally get my review out. I've just been having lots of troubles. I've been having issues with like the sound quality, and then my reviews are getting so long because if you've seen any of my other reviews, I have a lot to say. But the problem with that is this is a stuff pack, and I don't really know if I should be doing a 40-minute review for a stuff pack. So I'm trying to cut it down a little, but I've been really enjoying this pack. I definitely think it's one anyone who's vaguely even interested should think about getting. And now as I'm actually looking, I don't think I added a refrigerator. I'm just looking at the kitchen now going, I definitely did not put a refrigerator. So if you download this build, you might want to put a refrigerator in, because apparently I didn't think to do that. It's weird the things you'll sometimes forget when building, especially since I build in The Sims 4, if not daily, at least multiple times a week. So you think that's something I would not forget, but it's weird. I've also, for those who don't know, because I don't think I've talked about this channel, I'm also currently apartment hunting. So I think that's been taking up a lot of my capacity and brain. And it's quite hard to be looking for apartments because, for one, it's a pandemic. Two, I live in like the Boston area, and they're quite expensive, especially Massachusetts is like notorious for like wanting you to spend a lot of money on an apartment that's very not good. So that's definitely been stressful, as well as just I bought a car recently. It's the first time I've ever bought a car. I've had my license since I was 16, and I've driven, like the family car, but I never really had much of a desire to own my own car. But now, since I'm moving and since the economy is not so great because of the pandemic, I'm having a hard time finding a new job, especially ones that are permanent. A lot of jobs I'm seeing are temporary, and yeah, I'm not into that. So definitely gonna need a car to get to work. But yeah, so I'm gonna blame that on the fact that I did not put a refrigerator down, not the fact that I just forgot. I say it's because I'm very stressed and busy, and leave it at that. But yeah, with this pack, I used a lot of the new paranormal stuff, as well as I used vampires, Realm of Magic, and Strangerville a lot, which I don't think it's going to shock many people. I tend to use at least those packs a lot, especially when building Victorians. So it made sense. And this is just another pack you're probably going to see me using a lot. I promise the next build I try to post on this channel, I will try not to do a Victorian. I do a lot. Maybe I'll try to do a starter home, or maybe something modern. I do quite like making starter homes, especially if you want them to look good. There's so much you have to put into it to try to figure out like what are you going to sacrifice? Is it like, are you going to have bad furniture? Or is it just going to be super small? So I do quite like making starter homes, and I haven't done one in a while. I'm also very, excited for eventually when we ever get new content in The Sims 4, because I would love to start, just playing in a new world, just because my current worlds are starting to fill up, and I'm starting to especially for my save file, and I'm starting to actually get attached to some of these builds, but I'm having ideas for other ones. Like, I think I'm finally going to get rid of the museum in Willow Creek and replace it with a kind of like supernatural occult museum. So, interested in that. But as you see here, just placing down a bunch of items. I really wanted this house to feel very lived in, very full. Like I said, sorry I forgot a fridge. I think another thing I was thinking about was Victorian homes tend to have very small kitchens. So I think I was trying to keep myself making it small and then completely forgot to put, you know, the fridge in. So if you download this, make sure to put a fridge in. You can definitely fit one anywhere in that little kitchen, but I just don't think it crossed my mind. Up here with the rug, I think in my own save file, I'm just going to swap that out for the seance table. But of course, if you want to download this and don't want to do that kind of thing, you just maybe want your Sims to live in kind of like an older, historic Victorian, and you don't want to do the haunted play, you definitely don't have to worry about it. Just for my own gameplay and for like this family in my save, I definitely want that. Especially speaking of my save file, I know I have so few followers, so I think there's if anyone is interested, it's probably a handful of people. I feel like I'm getting quite close. I have a few more builds in that, like, to completely finish. If I'm gonna, because my goal is to redo all of the lots, and for some of them I was just renovating, and some I was knocking down and rebuilding completely. And, for the most part, I think I have one or two left in Delso Valley, a few in Windenburg, a few in Mount Komarabi, which I'm having issues with that one because the builds are so nice. I don't want to knock those down. So I'm trying to renovate them, as well as I think that's for the and maybe one in Selva Dorada, and maybe one in Granite Falls. So I'm quite close. We're getting to the end. So hopefully soon this year I'll be able to release a version of it. But like I said, I'm also already thinking about builds I want to replace in my save file. That's another issue I have. I'm constantly updating the builds I've already made or knocking them down to replace them. So that's fun. But here you go. Here's one of the rooms that could be a master. You see it has its own bathroom. And then, of course, there's the other one that has its own fireplace. And, of course, that small bedroom with, like, the yellow bed and the red walls. You could turn into an office if you want. You could also even probably do, like, a hall office if you really wanted to. Like, there's definitely space in here to renovate this home to make it match your own needs, which I always recommend if you're looking to download one of my homes. Feel free when you download to go in and make it match what you're looking for. But up here I have a kid's room. I just kind of thought it was funny. I feel like that's something my parents would have done to me if we lived in a haunted house. They would have been like, all right, you're upstairs alone. So I thought that was kind of funny. But the kid's room is quite long, but he has, or she, they have a Blarfy, they have their bed, they have a dresser, and they have a dollhouse. When it becomes a teen room, it's definitely not going to cut it. You could even turn it into a toddler room if you wanted to get a little bit more time out of it, but I can imagine a teen outgrowing that space very quickly. So just a little thing to think about, but I do quite like how this build came out. I think it's super fun. I really wanted to do something colorful because, I think, when living in a haunted house, I tend to make like those creepy homes, so I thought it'd be nice. But if it was a little nicer, a little more fun, less creepy, and just more kind of unique. So you can download this off the gallery. You can check out some of my other content there too. I'm constantly posting on there. Usually I'll have builds and all sorts of things on there for a few weeks, sometimes a month, before they even make it to YouTube. I work full time. I'm also, an artist in my free time, trying to do commissions. So it sometimes takes me a while. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to check out some of my other content, and make sure to leave this comment a like, and a subscribe would be super helpful. And, comment if you want. Check out some of my other content, and I will see you in the next video.